In the last video, I was after tench. I didn't catch any. I think it was too hot. But yeah, anyway, I've decided to come back this time on this video to try and catch another tench. But I'm at a different venue and I've also had my hair cut. I don't know if you can see that. You like that? Yeah. I haven't really styled it yet, so it's still a little bit wacky. But yeah, we're gonna go for some tench today. I've got some different baits and some different tactics which I'm gonna show you. However, because I did get my hair cut and I didn't wake up early, it's actually 11:15 in the morning. So it's just given the chances of me catching a tench. It just reduced those chances. We all know that tench like it when it's cooler, when there's not so much sunlight on the water. But for some reason, typical me, I've decided to come when it's hot and sunny, so it's nice for me. But obviously it's going to reduce the chances of me trying to catch a fish. But anyway, let's go have a look around the lake. See, there's a lot of weed patches here. There's a big weed patch out there. There's a big weed patch out there. And there's a weed patch in under these trees, which I really like the look of. But I'm not sure if I can fish here with my pole because I've got a high bank beside me and a roadway there, so I can't really fish here with my pole. But this is definitely a swim that I'm interested in. And I think if I was feeder fishing, I'd bait up an area down here and maybe one out to the weed patch there. I'm back in the swim here that I like to fish. I like to fish in under that tree in the shade. It's quite deep there, about 6 foot. And this lake is full of tench and perch. It's got a lot of like roach and rudd in there as well. Nice size. Something's just swelled under there as well. So yeah, the target fish is tench, but my secret bait is good tench bait and prawn bait. I've just given it away now, haven't I? And perch bait. I'm using prawns, so I might bait up 2 areas. I've got sweet corn as well, so I might bait up 1 area pellet and corn, and another area with prawn. So I just want to get fishing now. We'll see what happens. Look at the mouse. Good job my cat's not here. He'd be all over that. So first things first, guys, I've just put out 2 big pots of 4mm pellet, hard pellet. Baited it up into where I'm going to be fishing, which is under that tree. A bit back towards me because I can't quite reach it, but sort of in line with, you can see something there in the water. I don't know what it is, but in line with that. I haven't plumbed up the depth yet. I haven't even put a rig on yet, but I know how deep it is roughly just because of fishing here in the past. I've gone in, like I say, with 2 big pots of pellet, corn, and I'm going to leave the prawns just for the moment. And also, if you're squeamish, guys, look away now. You have been warned. Just cut myself on the bloody sweet corn, haven't I don't know where my rag is. I'm going to have to try and find it. I think it's in my box, actually. I'll probably grab it out. But yeah, I've baited up. So now I'm going to pop a rig in. Here's my rig here. I'm using a real light sensitive float. It's a margin float really, but I've got a size 12 hook on with size, I think I've got 018 line on, which is £6. So yeah, we're going to give that a whirl, and then hopefully we can catch some fish. Tench and perch is the goal, but I'd be surprised if we catch some perch on sweet corn. But we're going to see what happens. If nothing happens, we might move on to the good old prawns. Well, I've just had my first bite. I missed it, but it was a good bite. I had to wait a while for it. It's a very slow start. My finger is stinging. I don't know what to do with it. It's not a massive wound, but it needs washing off really. I don't want to do it in the lake because it's all scummy down here. I think I've got some water in the car. Might go and have to sort it out, but yeah, I think I'm gonna bait up another area with prawns, just prawns, and just keep this line over here with pellet and corn. Just had a bite, so obviously there's something there feeding. Let's see if we can nail him. There it is, fish number 1, a nice little rudd. Look how, see the water there? See how scummy that is? I'm not cleaning my finger off in there. Oh, I've got one, guys. Lovely tench, lovely tench. I don't know what sort of size it is, but it's going well. It's definitely a tench because I've seen it. But it didn't take that long, did it really, to catch one? The sweet corn worked. Look at him, beautiful. Let's see if I can get him in. I've just had a male tench. I'm going to hold him up for you. Oh. There you go. You can tell he's a male tench because if you look at where my little finger is halfway down his body, you can see like a little bit of like, I don't know what it is, but it's a part of the fish that sticks out. That's the male. The males have that and the females don't. The females are usually larger, but this one's still a good 2 or 3 pound. Beautiful fish. Let's get him back. And a great start to the session. All the scum in the water has got all over my float, all over the red tip, and it's basically making it virtually impossible for me to see my float. The bites have also slowed down now after that fish, so I'm gonna chuck a load more bait in and let it settle for a bit, clean my float, and then I'm gonna find another area that's roughly the same depth and bait it up with prawn, because tench, it's vital when you're tench fishing that you're on the bottom. If you're fishing with a weight, a feeder, brilliant. But if you're fishing with a pole float or a waggler, you need to make sure you plumb the depth, because you have to be on the bottom, because yeah, a tench are bottom feeding fish. You have to be on the bottom to catch them. The prawn didn't work, so I went back onto sweet corn, and we're back in again. This is only about a pound, but look at it. Sometimes I think the smaller ones look better. There you are. Just looks cool, doesn't it? Just looks cool. About a pound, maybe a pound and a half. Let's get him back. Just let him get his breath back. He was fighting quite a lot, that one. He's still fighting now, look, he's ready to go. There you go. Happy days. They're back on the feed, guys, back under that tree. So I did bait up a load of prawns right under that branch there. I can get under there. It's still actually quite deep. It's probably around 5.5, 6 foot in under there. So I baited up with prawns and obviously tried prawn on the hook, but no luck at all. So I've gone back in over there with corn, and that's where it's producing results. Tench number 3 is in the net, and I think it's bigger than, it might be the biggest one of the day. No, I don't think it is. It's bigger than the last one, but it's not as big as the first one, I don't think. Well, let's get it in. I don't know if it's male or female. Try and do this one-handed. Camera on the other hand. Ooh. Oh, it's a male. Looks very, very similar to the first one I had, actually. Probably a little bit smaller. Might be a bit thicker. God, they flap around, don't they, a lot. I don't know if the hook's come out. The hook has come out in the net, actually, I think. It's very hard to do this one-handed. Yeah, it has. Look, the hook's right there. Out in the net. Happy days. Saves me a job. And there he is, back on the sweet corn. This one's slightly darker in colour. There we go. Ooh, ooh. Tench number 3. I love that. He's so cool. Look at the tail. Look at the paintbrush tail. They're so, so cool. I love these fish. I just want one about 8 or 9 pound. Imagine. This one put up a scrap. Imagine a bigger one. Sweet corn seems to be the way to go right now. I'm going to try setting up the camera behind me so that when I hook a fish, you can see me play it and the elastic coming out, because that's the fun part. But usually what happens is I put my camera on and I don't get any bites, don't get any fish. The second I turn it off, bang, I'm in. So I'm going to film. I'll probably be filming for, I'll leave it running for a half hour or so, see if I can grab another one. If I can, you guys can watch me play it. And then hopefully this doesn't jinx it. If it does, I'm blaming you guys. Leave a like now, and hopefully we'll catch one on camera of me playing it with a pole. Well, it's not the tench that we're after. It is a nice sized roach. Look at that for a sizable roach. I'm going to get him back because he's strong. He had that hooked right down the back of his gut. Like I said, bloody typical. Put the camera on, you see me catch 3 roach. The tench have gone hiding. So I'm going to have some lunch now. I've baited up some more prawns in the prawn area. I'm going to keep some corn going in over there. But I'm just going to have some lunch now and just sit back and relax for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to try the prawn line and see if we can, like, maybe even nab a perch. That'd be quite cool. Check out this for a sizable roach. Jeez, lovely condition too, but that's actually a decent size for a roach. Honestly, the prawns are not working at all. I don't know if it's like, I've never fished with them before, so I don't know how to feed them. I don't really know how to hook them. I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? You just put the hook through them. I'm not even getting bites on it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think the prawn's working very well. So I'm going to see if I can nail one more tench, because I've given up with the prawn, so I'm not going to catch a perch now on sweet corn, I wouldn't have thought. Mind you, judging by last video, anything could happen. But yeah, I'm going to try and catch one more tench, and then that'll do me. I don't know why I say things like that. One more tench and I'm going to go home, as if I know I'm going to definitely catch a tench. I just end up jinxing myself like I have now, and I'm getting no bites whatsoever. There's a wasp flying around me, and it's doing my head in, and I can't concentrate properly. But yeah, I was fishing at about midday, and it's 3:30 now. I've had 3 tench, so I'm happy with that. I might pack up, you know, 3.5 hours fishing, 3 fish. Well, more than 3 fish, but 3 actual tench. Obviously had quite a few nice roach, and obviously little ones as well, little rudd and things like that. But I'm quite content, honestly. I'm quite happy now to go home, have a shower, get some bits done on the house. And I've had a decent day's fish, or a decent session fishing, decent 3.5 hours, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Just a short one for you this time. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, keep fishing.